because we can imagine, we are free. You know, the Imaginary Foundation, which I adore and I quote them all the time, they say that the whole, you know, the goal of human imagination is to imagine, to conjure up all these delightful future possibilities, these delightful future scenarios. Pick the most amazing and ecstatic one, and then guess what? Pull the present forward to meet that possibility. And guess what? We can do that. You know, Ray Kurzweil talks about the fact that because we can create virtual models in our brains and combined with our modest-looking thumbs, that was sufficient to usher in the secondary force of evolution called technology, and how it will continue until the entire universe is at our fingertips and we impregnate the universe with intelligence. Or Terence McKenna, when he says that, you know, what human beings do is take in matter of little organization, put it through our mental filterings, literally, and then extrude it in the form of space shuttles or iPhones. I mean, that's literally what's going on. If you were able to look at human progress as if through a time lapse over the last 100 years, you would see that literally thoughts spill over into the world in the form of technology. We engage in feedback loops with that technology, which then extends our ability to instantiate new realities in the world. You know, people talk about rendering files on Final Cut Pro, you know, like, well, we're more and more rendering our visions, our dreams, onto the instantiated Euclidean meat space. And that's incredible, and that's only increasing. You know, our capability, our ability to do that is only increasing because, you know, we're only limited by our imagination, and it's really the case. I mean, what you have now is this, you have exponential progress, right? These exponential growth curves in information technology that point to the fact that the computer in your cell phone today is 1,000,000 times cheaper, 1,000,000 times smaller, and 1,000 times more powerful than a $60 million supercomputer was that was half a building in size 40 years ago. That's a billion-fold increase in price and performance and miniaturization. That's going to continue. So in the next 25 years, computers will be the size of blood cells interfacing with our biological bodies, trillions of times more powerful capabilities. And then you also have that information technology exponential growth curve spilling over into biotechnology. Freeman Dyson talks about the domestication of biotech, you know, things like GPS that were once these big government things, and now everybody has GPS on their phone. So imagine the same thing with biotechnology. It's not going to be like Monsanto, big genetic engineering corporations. No, it's going to be like we're each going to be able to like engineer our own food and have in vitro meat and reprogram our own biochemistry, upgrade our biology, live longer, reverse engineer aging, stop entropy from killing us. I mean, and then, okay, that's biotech. Then you have nanotechnology, which is to manipulate matter at the level of the atom. So at that point, the building blocks of the physical world will be programmable. So literally, we can turn, you know, dog shit into pearls. I mean, talk about abundance. Talk about giving the world everything they could ever need and more. I mean, each of us increasingly moving into universes of our own construction. Then artificial intelligence, virtual reality, hacking into our nervous systems, creating non-biological intelligence or a biotechnological hybrid that augments and feeds upon itself in some recursive feedback loop that then expands onto forever. And you're talking about substrate-independent minds, trillions of times more powerful than we are now, and you know, if we can imagine it, why not make it so?